All right, let's go back to this screen. Yeah, it did it. All right, so Distrokid. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had to make sure I did something right. I was getting a little nervous. Cool thing about making music when you need music in the background. When you need a little music in the background, guess what? You can use your own. Whew, okay. Let me put the thing in front of me. So I'm looking. I knew I was gonna touch stuff. One thing about me, I'm touching stuff. All right. That's just for my sanity. All right, so DistroKid, right? You're gonna make you an account. Uh there is structures to this thing. DistroKid offers you, well, it doesn't offer you. You can pay for one person to use the account or two people to use the account. And there's like an let's just say there's single, there's plus, and then there's plus plus. Now for plus plus, you have 5 to I think 100 or 5 to 20. It's a lot. Let's say everybody gonna put in on it, and y'all want to spend the amount that it is a month, bust it down. Everybody get their music out there. Simple. I personally pay for the two. It's me and Daryl. I got me and Daryl on the account because Daryl pays for like Daryl and I share shit. That's all y'all need to worry about. We share Spotify or whatever like that. Um, but you get your account, you log in. When you create your account, you can create an admin team. You can create how your money gets broken down. You get to say like, oh, I want, all my money in this bank account, or I want to do it to just be a balance, whoop de whoop, whatever you want to do. It's your personal life. But I'm here to teach you how to upload your music. Now, as you can see, all my songs are here. Sometimes I release songs and I limit where they go. Like for me, I this is the mouthpack. This is a love project. I made this for one of my friends so that they can have it for their streaming, and that their community, who is in their community, the people in their community can also listen to it. I didn't put it everywhere because like I didn't think that they would be wanting to use it like on Snapchat or stuff like that, or in what's that game called? Roblox. Like you can now add your music to Roblox. That ain't me. Now how's she getting this? Jill, how'd you get in the girl? Get out my playlist. Girl, she trying to get my video taken down. But like things like my album, you know, it lets you put in as much information as I want to give. It's a lot. To upload, you go here, upload music. It's gonna ask you services. Now, this is pretty much every streaming platform that DistroKid can get your music on. There are more, but this is the ones that DistroKid do. You can get Spotify, Amazon. You can get your music on Instagram and Facebook. So like when people are making their reels or their videos or they're uploading something, they have the option to use your music. You can't get paid for that. Title, different countries ones, Roblox, Apple Music, TikTok, and other ByteDance stores, iTunes, YouTube Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Snapchat. Now I will say Snapchat's fun because sometimes I want to sound from my Snapchats when I do dabble on a snap. I sometimes I want my own music on my Snapchat, so I will put it on there. You can choose how many songs is gonna be uploaded. The most you can do is 35 if you on your little B stuff. You can do singles, you can do two, you can do like a EP. I've done EPs, I've done an album, I've done 1,000 singles. It ain't 1,000, but then they always gonna ask you if you wanna, give them more money. You can have the option. You do say Roblox? Yeah, you can get your music on Roblox. Nice small label option, yeah. The social media pack is pretty much like social media pack is saying like, hey, somebody's using your music and they going viral, so you need to get a little money off of that. It is smart. It also helps if you want your music using the thing. It's kind of that. Would you like to be that TikTok soundy kind of thing going on, and you get paid in ad revenue? It's nice if you can afford it. Now my issue is it's $5 a year, which sounds great. Like, oh, that's nothing. It's not per song. It's just per year. But no, it's 20% of platform ad revenue. 20% of your revenue. One fifth. This single ever been previously released. So like let's say I took a song down. Let's say I released a song and then I didn't like it. I had to redo it. I wanted to redo it, or maybe I made this song 10 years ago, but now it's remastered. That's why you would do that. Put yes or no. The artist band name. My name triggers it every time because I have the ampersand in there, and my name's Melanin and Espresso. It wants to make sure that I'm not, Melanin and my friend Espresso. Um, I have the option to choose between Darrow and me, the child, and then his name change. Also, it lets you do like collaboration. So, like, let's say me and Darrow make a song, I can do it that way. When you go into DistroKid, you are going to put your connections and accounts such as Spotify. If you've uploaded music before, you can connect your account so that way you don't have two accounts with the same name with different eras of your music. It puts everything together. But when you're beginning, it does sometimes you may not have any music on any of the streaming platforms. You are able to just say no. It will set up your Spotify and it will give you your Spotify link. It'll give you all this information. You just got to put no. I'm set because I've done this before. So you're all set. All my music is going to go under Melanin and Espressos. 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 I choose the release date. So the good ear of thumb. I don't know if that's how you is that how you say it, ear of thumb? That don't sound right. 20% exactly. Um, I will say the greatest rule of thumb, even the thing will tell you, is give yourself a week. So like let's say you want this music out now. Like let's say I busted a freestyle, it was great. I want to put it out right now. I would need to do a week ahead. Now I say a week because you gotta have everything approved by DistroKid. The music, the title, the content. Like let's say I do a picture for it, because you have to put like a graphic up. That has to be approved. Every single part you do, when they send it to stores, some stores may not approve your thing. Maybe you have a problematic title. Maybe something was wrong. Maybe there was an error. It usually takes about, I'd say 4 days. But just to be safe, certain ones do give you a little harder of a time. They usually say, give it a week. I like to put my music out on certain days. I used to do Mondays because most people don't drop music on Fridays, Thursdays. Um, Sometimes if I know like a holiday's coming up or a special event and the stream is coming up, I'll put it out. Let's say we make this one come out 4/7, 6/7. You can choose the release time. This I love doing things for the Spotify people. Sometimes I'll do like a weird like 1, 2, 3. Time synchronization. I try to do it to the listener's time, but sometimes I'm a butt and I'll be like I think benevolence actually made it wait until New York time. Like I wanted to be the same time for everybody. Pre-order, iTunes and Amazon. Now this is my thing. I don't be knowing when people like it doesn't give you a notification. Like every once in a while I'll get my stats and I feel so bad because like people are buying my music. I think it's Cam, but people are buying my music on Amazon or iTunes, and I don't know until like whenever they run the reports, and I think they run them like every quarter. So like after 4 months, then I'm like, oh, I made this much money on Amazon. I don't even know. Your record label. If you have a record label, I made one. It's my dog. If you want to be on Nubia Macchiato Radio Records, you know what I'm saying? We don't give you no money. But if you do make it big and you get a Grammy, you need to call me on stage or something. I don't know yet. Uh, language, primary genre. Now this is where I have fun because a lot of times my thing about this is my issue with Distrokid. I don't have that many. It is a really good beginner platform. It does not stay with the times. It'll do Afro beat, Afro pop, alternative, big band, comedy, Latin, Mescandi, but it doesn't have lo-fi. It doesn't have like it has jazz. Does it have fusion? Yeah, it don't have fusion. It don't have like trip hop. Like it doesn't have certain subsets that definitely are, you know what I'm saying? Like more forward coming. Like they're out there. Pop in Spanish. Spanish pop, Latin pop, rock in Espanol. Like they just added that. That was not there before. Like this is their upgrade. Spoken word. Then there's certain genres that you can't mix together, and I just sometimes my music is not just one genre. Sometimes I do an ampiano lo-fi. You know? Yeah, like ampiano's not here. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you have to then say club music, but in reality, to a person that listens to club music, it may not be it might be too hyper specific. You know what I mean? Like that's what bothers me. Sorry, my necklace was all twisted up. Like you have German pop, German folk, but you don't have like German waltz. You know what I mean? Just so for that sound, I would say I have to remember what the sound like. Well, have you heard of United Masters? It's like DistroKid. I have not. I went to go listen to the beat again so I could figure out what genre to put this under. Okay. Let's put it. It's not. I'll just put hip hop rap. It's not hip hop rap, but I'll call it that. Now, I will say your best friend, if you're one of those people who like to keep it free, I use Canva. Some people will tell you to use Affinity. Some people use Microsoft Paint. It's whatever you want. All I need you to do is make sure that when you're trying to upload your album cover, again, it's not an album, but that's what they make you do. I don't ask questions. Um, 3,000 by 3,000 in JPEG. They say they accept most image sizes. The best bet is just to do 3,000, 3,000. Stores will reject. They do. They will. That is also why they say give yourself a week because it's nothing worse than you wanting your thing to come out on a certain day and because you didn't follow the rules that it's telling you right here, you because you reuse the same stuff. Not reuse. You did stuff you ain't supposed to, right? Like what's the word? Poor quality. YouTube putting your like information like that on there, it'll reject it. Hi, baby. How you gonna do? You're not even the person that usually does that. Give me a second. Un momento. I gotta get the music. We gotta make a playlist. The way Disney Princess be taking me out, I don't. I had to find a playlist. I apologize. Hi, my love. It's good to see you. I've missed you. Let's see. Is what song is this? It's so opposite of my voice. Okay. Gangsters. Okay. Hi. So now we're going to do the Distrokid tutorial. I am Melanin and Espressos, your Disney Princess tutorial guide. So what I do is I go to Canva. I go to Canva and I type canva.com. I spelled it wrong because I can't spell sometimes. I spelled it wrong. Hey, hey, don't try and connect to my shit. The fuck? Sorry. That is not Disney. That was not Disney at all. Yes. So what I do is I go to custom sizes. I go right here and I do 3000 by 3000 px. Now, sometimes I don't really enjoy making these, so I take my time, and when I do my best, I really think that it looks nice. This song was really quick. It's a tutorial and I'm not really serious about it. So what I'm going to do is go to elements and I'm going to find an ivy plant and yeah, ivy plant. And then I'm going to add a little feng shui, you know what I'm saying? Make it a little cute or whatever. I didn't come up with a song title, but we'll just say Sims Groove. That's what we'll call it for right now. And then we're gonna give it a little funky thingamabob. Um, sorry, I used to love this movie. I don't know where this line came from. Anyway, so you're going to do this. You make your little title and you try your best to make it look aesthetically pleasing to the host. You don't really know why, but you have to care. You really do. Because this is the first thing that your people are gonna see when they see your document. And you want them to like it, but if they don't, fuck them. Personally, I think so. Um, Close that, and then we do this, and then we add a little that. Yeah, that's nice. And then we're gonna just, put a little something something in there and then add a little something like that, you know what I'm saying? A little something. Ooh, a little bit of that. Yeah, yeah. Type shit, type shit. Yeah, yeah. Oui, oui. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Anyway, so then we take this, right? And then we're gonna like maybe add a little black to the background. You know what I'm saying? Feeling it? You like what I'm putting down? Um, eh, eh. I'm gonna flip it one more time because I'm just feeling that. You know what I'm saying? It's giving bushel. Do the kids still say bushel? Um, Download it and you're just gonna slam it on it. You know what I'm saying? Can I do my regular voice now because I'm kind of getting it lightheaded doing this. At some points, and I was like, let me treat myself. It's crazy. It's good to see you though. I'm really happy you're here. Okay, it didn't download. Child. No, I want to hear this one. Play that song. All right, so we take this. Do the thing. Oh, already. I gotta stop using that as my system for naming things quickly. One. You can drag and drop. You put that there. You give it a name. Tim's Groove. Let's say I had a featured artist. I wouldn't put that here. You know, you literally just put the name of the song. Just loop de doop. Loop de doop. Okay. Add featured artist to the song title. Now, if you had a featured artist, you would add it, right? I'd be like, yes, featured artist. Add version info. Like, let's say this was the radio version, this was this version, it was that version. That's where you put this radio edit. Like, usually, like, let's say I had a clean version, like we had it, and I was saying flippity flip, floppity flop, flip your flop with a flip flip flop. You know what I'm saying? That's the BT remix, the Functified version, the summer version, whatever version. Now we just drag and drop. Remember, we used Wave. It shows you all the things you can use here. There's so many more things you can use. If you're one of those people who know what they're doing and you have your ISRC code, that's you right there. That's those people who already have the independent song resource code, I think is what it stands for. Some people take this, some people really into this stuff. They got a filing system and they keep their files in filingly and filing hammer. I'm not that girl. Now, remember, I told you there is a version, there are certain sites and certain streaming platforms that have a amplified listening experience. Tidal is known for having like the highest of calibers of sound. That's what this is, that Dolby Atmos spatial audio. I personally don't know how to make those. I'm pretty sure there's a site. I probably have the tools to do it, just don't know yet. I personally don't make anything with that, but if you are you know what you're doing, that's where you would be right there. So you'd be like, "Yes, I have that," and you would upload the updated thing. I will say, going through this system, doing this bad boy right here costs $26.99 each just to upload your amplified sound because it's a crazy size file. It's a crazy size file, and the information that it has to get from that file is wildly detailed. They also offer a service where they'll do it for you, where they do that editing process or the mixing process. I personally don't use it because I like to keep my stuff in the budget that I have put it into be personally. Songwriter cover song. So like let's say I was covering Beyonce's Love on Top. I'd put it right here and then I would do it like that. Now, I want to do a cover song so bad, but I am scared. They say they only charge you $1. I just personally think there's a catch to it. I feel like it's a little something crazy, right? Like you can't do remixes. Like I couldn't do the Love on Top remix. I would have to be singing like word for word. I really want to do it one time just to do it for the one time, but I'm not there yet. The legal processes alone scare me. And the fact that they say they only want $1 to cover that for me feels weird. Songwriter, I'd put my name, my lyrics, whoop de whoop. There is no lyrics, so I just say music. There is no explicit lyrics because there's no lyrics. This is not the radio version. This song is clean and always has been. Instrumental. This is most of my music is instrumental. Every once in a while I do put lyrics or I do sing on something or rap on something. So then you would just choose whichever it is. This song is instrumental and contains no lyrics. Let streaming services decide. I have learned I'm weird. Usually I do not select my preview clip time. So like let's say somebody's oh, I want to know what the song sounds like, the 30-second clip or the 20-second clip uh that they hear, you can choose what they hear, or you can let the whatever thing you upload decide. I've come to terms with it. Sometimes what it thinks is the best part of the song kind of makes me sad because it'd be like, ah. You also can choose prices. I try my best to keep them low, but sometimes, especially if it's something I worked really hard on, like if it's I have some songs that takes me 3 months. I have songs that takes me 3 minutes to make. The ones that take longer, I might actually charge like $1.29 because it might have layers of layers and layers and layers of layers of layers of tears and sweat. Most times I just be like 69 cents because I don't really think in the day and age of streaming, I don't really think about people buying my music, but I do know people do, and I do need to be mindful of that. Apple, however, has a bunch of stuff they make you fill out, right? A bunch of stuff they fill out. So all my Apple people, just know I love you. I intentionally have to fill out so much stuff to give y'all music. You would click this, you would fill out the information. It does ask some stuff, and you might be like, I don't have anybody. Like, I didn't have that service. Sometimes I'll randomly say that Nubia was playing the xylophone on the track. She really wasn't. Or I'll be like, I was the engineer. I was the this. I'll make myself the special guest. There's something you can figure out to do. Now, legal rights for people to cover a collection of songs on like YouTube. She said sign up for services, sign a contract. If I remember correctly, I ended up not doing it. I wonder if it still exists. See, and that's my thing is like there are songs that are fair game to cover, and you can do that $1 thing, but the fact that it doesn't tell you that list, you know what I mean? You're just letting me do it. Like if I wanted to do Nights by Frank Ocean, I know that man coming for his money. He ain't gonna let me have that. But the site ain't saying that. But I'm pretty sure he might have a song that I might be able to do. Like maybe I could do Wise Man, but I can't do that. You feel me? Like that's what gets me mad is like say that. Don't just say, "Oh, it's only $1." It's not really $1. Especially because you're saying that you're gonna do the payments on my behalf. So whatever the fee is, if there's a fee, is it a fee or do they want a percentage of every sale? Like what is the T? Tell me what I'm getting into. Don't just let me sign my contract over. You know what I mean? Like not my contract, but like don't let me just sign my stuff over. Now, I will say this is a good deal. Like let's say you're somebody who money might be funny, not trying to be funny. If your money might be funny, let's say you just want to upload, you have your collection of music and you have 40 songs and you just want to do one and done, you don't want an account, you just want to dump your music and go, leave a legacy. Now, leave a legacy means that they will keep your music on streaming platforms forever. They will never delete this single or the album or whatever you choose. The problem is for every individual track, you have to pay that $29. That does add up. But at $29, your music will forever be streamable. There are so many, especially if you're somebody who like me, you listen to mixtapes, you listen to like people who was like on Young Money, people who are on like dissolved bands and record labels. This is so important to do because there's nothing worse than when you hear an artist be like, I don't even have those tracks. I don't have those stems. I don't have this because the record label had it and this went down or they dissolved or whoop de whoop de whoop. And like for some reason you don't have that one album. You don't have that one mixtape or whatever. It's also like for the people who just want and done it. You just want to put your music out and you don't want to worry about it again. This is your option. Um you still do get to accrue your money too, so that's very important. Um Now you can delete your music, but then remember you pay $29, right? The discovery pack. Now the discovery pack is something that if you're somebody who like you're really passionate about music and you want to just have that extra push, that's what the discovery pack is for. That's going to get you into registrations to get your music kind of seen and when people are skimming through tracks and stuff, they're gonna find you. Stuff like that. Like it gives you more wiggle room and rooms that you probably wouldn't have been able to get into before. Store maximizer. there's more stores, as I said, that you can have your music so given out to. I personally like the stores I got. I get plays from a lot of those places. I'm and I just personally am not trying to be everywhere at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not my motive in life right now. Maybe later down the line, but not right now. Distrokid music vids. So certain platforms, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Boomplay, which I do love Boomplay, Vivo, have music videos. So you can post your music video and then they will push it out for you. So all the times that people watch your music video, you'll get money. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this. Maybe down the line. Not right now, but I would love to do a music video for certain songs. But also, I kind of figured out a cheat sheet to doing this, but I'll tell y'all about that later. Um, Loudness normalization. Let's say you don't know if you have your music mastered correctly, and you just want to make sure that you have you don't be blowing out the speakers and stuff. That's for this one-time fee. It's cool. Personally, you can do this yourself, especially if you look at the audio levels when you're on like Band Labs. It'll show you when you're going into the red sonically. Social media pack. That is for that's the same thing as earlier, where pretty much if they use your music, they push your music for social media stuff, which is cool. But it's also like you can also do that work yourself by putting your music out there and then uploading it to the social media sites. And then when you're making your content, if you're a gamer, if you make fucking you bake cookies or whatever you do, you put your music on there. If you're creative, make a challenge, make a danciest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then the important check boxes. The YouTube music one is very important. I get a lot of streams, especially when people like don't have streaming services. Not everybody has Apple Music. Not everybody has Spotify. This will get you. You know how like you'll see artists that have the YouTube station and then their main station. That's what that is. So pretty much, if I upload music at one point, it would be like Melanin Espresso's Topic. I think was the name that they gave it, which was originally Vivo, but now it's Topic. Um, Meaning all my music would have gone under there. Now I've had it modified to where I have my own YouTube music profile, and that allows me to incorporate all my music. My mashups can go with my releases. My releases are there, so it's the official copy of my song. I can do remixes of my own stuff. I can do the behind the scenes process. I can stream on it. I can do whatever I want on my main page of my music. So all the things that incorporate my music, I can get paid for. I can also, if somebody tries to take my music is stream safe, but if you try to take my music and upload it as your own, you will get snatched. That is one of the things I do enjoy about YouTube Music. They do not play. They do not play. I will use promo services. Pretty much, you're not gonna try and run the numbers. You're not gonna be the trolls that we see telling us if you want better views. You're not gonna do that. I recorded this music and authorized to sell it. Don't steal music. Don't steal music. Sadly, I think it does allow you to upload AI music. I personally wouldn't do it, but you know some people money is hard. You got to get it on how you get it on the boulevard. But pretty much it's saying you have the right to collect the money for this music. I'm not using any other artist's name or things. You can't be like Beyonce said. Like you can't do no, you know what I mean? Don't use somebody else's name to get you. Don't use anybody else's stuff without their approval. That's pretty much what this is. Now, when you do it, it'll show you this little preview and it'll be like, this is the name of your song. This is the name that it's going to go under. These are the streaming platforms it is. Your release date, the thing, boo, boo, boo. Looks good. You push continue. It'll ship it out into the ether. You'll get an email. Let me go back here. So you'll get an email, and in the email, it'll be like, hey, this got your image got approved. The song title got approved. Your music audio level quality was approved. This is being shipped out to the stores. Maybe these stores didn't approve it, or everything's good on the storefront. You're set for release date. Here is the hyperlink. They'll give you a link, and the link will pretty much be like a hyper follow. So when you see people be like, I have this single coming out, and on this single there will be there's a single, here's the Spotify link, you can pre-save it. That's pretty much what that is. You'll put it out there. give your people the information, they can follow it. Now the problem is, I think you can only do it for Spotify, but I think like around 2 days to the day of your release, it might send you an email. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes I just kind of catch it. It'll say you can pre-save on Apple Music, or is it iTunes? One of the Apple sources. Um, but it's really simple. It looks harder than it is when you first start because you're first starting and you have to get all your information. You got to get your ducks in a row. Now, I will show y'all something I wish somebody had showed me. But I'm also hoping it don't show too much. It shouldn't. Um, Here in the side tab, right? The side tab has so much good, juicy information. You just have to know what you need. Sorry, I keep checking to make sure, see what y'all see and what y'all don't see. Um, Get heard now. This is for people who want to be in the playlist. Like, let's say you want to be on Spotify's top 100, which you got to earn that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you want to be on the Spotify lo-fi beats, whoop de whoop. That's what Playlister is. It'll help you to kind of get in contact with those people, or just to show you how to get there. That does cost money because they're not gonna just give you the sauce. You got to pay for the sauce. Now, is there other ways and free avenues to do it? Yes, there's a site called Google, and it also can give you that same information, but this just makes it a lot easier because you don't have to jump through hoops to do it. Playlist Spotlight, you can get voted to be in it. So like, let's say I think I'm dope with the freestyles and I want to be on the women's freestyle thing for Women History Month. I would try and find the Spotlight playlist, and I try to get myself upvoted, or whatever single I'm working on, I try to get that upvoted to be a part of that playlist. Slaps, that's an engagement thing. It's kind of like a is it hot, is it not kind of thing. I personally don't use it. Promote yourself. As I was saying, hyper follow. That'll be like a free landing page. Let me right click it. It allows you to choose your songs. You click it, it'll be like, oh, these are your singles. Use these, and like, let's say I wanted to promote. So y'all see Self Benevolence? Y'all see how many views that baby got? You click it. You can customize it to a degree. Let me see. Let me put this one so y'all can hear it. It shows the album cover. I got to put a little blurb right here. Thought it was cute.
Yeah, no kind of stress marks. You feel
It's
me?
gonna do like a little preview of each
I'm
track
gonna
on
talk
the
to you
CD.
later though. Bye.
Funny that I did that one. It'll show the things I wanted to show. So like my Apple Music, Facebook. It'll show the actual link. So let's say you don't use Spotify because this has already came out. There's more information. But like, let's say you want to use my music on your Facebook, you'd click this. On your Instagram, you click this. On TikTok, it should pull up my pages. Yeah. And no, if you click my Facebook, if it's not my regular Facebook, it's going to be the gamer one.
Stand.
Oh, YouTube not working.
Child, you.
Got my website, Apple Music. This ain't real. This is it at being an advertisement for me, but you can customize it to whatever you like. I really wish somebody would have showed me that when I started, because baby, I was just just giving it at. Mini videos. It's kind of like if you ever seen my videos on. Let me see. Can I show y'all? Sometimes when you play music, it'll have like a little mini video playing, and it might be a snippet from the music video, it might be a TikTok challenge, it might have been something that kind of made it applicable to the real world. Let me see, internet browser. Let me swap you real quick with this Spotify. Now you see how the thing says enamorar? It's got it's got a little screen to it, you know what I'm saying? It's moving. That's a mini video. I personally, again, use Canva. I use Canva for everything. It's quick, fast, and it keeps everything in this one section for me. But you can also, they have their own thing where you can create with them. Swap this bad boy back. There we go. Meme video generator. Now there it's not, I don't use it, but it don't mean that it don't work. You know what I mean? You might want Gordon Ramsay with the thing. Yeah, I think we did Alien for this. Yeah, it's like pumpkins. People liked it. You know what I'm saying? It was a sample of my song. Oh, good, y'all can't hear the damn beat. But yeah, it's like a sample of my music, and then you get that. You generate it. It's fun. It is what it is. Yeah. Um, promo cards. Now I do like the promo cards. Usually like if I'm uploading something for Daryl, I'll send him his promo cards. I'll just give him a random assortment, like 2K with the sound off, right? Let's say they do them for themes. They have like spring pack, upcoming release. They do it for zodiacs. You know, because sometimes your music has a theme, or you have a theme with your brand. I personally really love the subway look, the little train. Oh, it's not gonna show y'all, but you just right click, save it. It's real fun, real quick. It's a real quick way to show your music. It used to have like a thing like a link, but you can. This is really for like when you're on your phone. I ain't gonna lie to you. Special access. Now this is the most important thing you can do if you have, if you really want to take the music seriously. I will say, if you give a darn about your music, and when I say give a darn, I mean like you want to have more control over what people see. Like I didn't enjoy people coming to my page and not seeing my bio or a good picture or whatever. Um, it used to just kind of just be like melanin espressos and then music, and I was like, eh. So let's see, let's do YouTube. YouTube would be easier here, and then it's the official artist channel. This is so much fun to have because it gives you analytics, it gives you the trends, it gives you like all the small tidbit facts that you need to know. This is really, if you want the analytics side of your streaming platforms, this is where you go. This is a little section you need. Um, I don't know if Daryl's is set up. I don't think we set up Daryl's. I don't have access to Daryl's accounts. Like I don't have his YouTube, so I can't fix this for him. That is something he has to sign in and do his mother duck himself. Um are you trying to say my stuff is disconnected? It shouldn't be. Are you really making me reconnect? Are you really connecting right now? Or are you just doing this because I'm doing a tutorial and you're trying to help me? Are we really doing this again? Girl, don't piss me off. Long ass title. It's a long ass title. But yeah, so here, as you can see, we have my videos. These are videos that I made. It might be the mashups, it might be whatever in a day. But these are things that I personally uploaded. These are things that I went to create, I uploaded. I love that it has my shorts. It might be clips, it might be promos, it might be things from stream, it might be like when we started a mashup and what the finished product is. It's really kind of like, to me, I make my stream, I make the music side the full picture. You can kind of see like where the idea came from and then how we finalized it. Now, when I upload music to Distrokid and it goes to YouTube Music, it's here under releases. That is one of my favorite things. Right here is where all the official, it sounds just like you're on the album, things are. I used to make music videos for everything. That is not going to be here. That'll be under videos. So then, like some people, because somebody was like, I went on there, you had multiple songs on there. You had songs on there multiple times. And it's like, no, there's just a music video. And then there's a video that's just going to show the sounds. You do your playlist. Now, I will say, you can't be super hyper specific, like, oh, I want my music to release on the release folder, but I also want it to go, like, let's say I should do this though. I do, like, I put my music, like, the lo-fi joints in one, hip hop songs in the other, singing tracks. The only genre I've done that has its own is a Halloween one because I thought it would be more unique. I don't know, but that's all I can say. Distrokid is really fun for the beginning when you're learning. I will say, do I see myself using it in 10 years? Maybe not. I might be moving to something new later on down the line, depending on if I still want to do this. But for right now, it's really good. You can see your music for the most part. It's a really good site. It is not perfect, but nothing's perfect. I will say it's fun. You can do the credits. You can also do lyrics, which I think is not a lot of the streaming platforms let you do it. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a song that has lyrics. There we go. Now I will say they do have a AI guesser that guesses the lyrics. It's not bad. I will say it sadly can't do. It does really good. If you're one of those people who wanted to do like the karaoke style, line by line, you do have to pay for that, which sucks. But you can just add the lyrics, which is basic. That's free. Lyric Blaster. Also, if you want to be one of those people, like I growing up, I used to print lyrics, and that would be like my hustle. I used to love azlyrics.com, all those things like that. If you want your music out there like that, then you would get paid for this Lyric Blaster thing. And that's DistroKid. That was the whole process. Now you just wait and you tell me when you make it, and I'll listen to your song. That's uploading, making a song, uploading it, moving the process. Any questions, comments, concerns?